Hey everybody, Adam O'Leary, Encite Branding, Marketing, and Creative, back with another episode of Encite Live, but this time a little bit different. I'm rolling solo. Sophie, our VP of Strategy, is in Chicago, opening our Chicago office, so she's busy in the Windy City doing what she does best. But getting back into Encite Live, we have another pretty interesting topic today. We're talking about the crypto market. So cryptocurrency is all the rage, all the buzz. You hear it all the time in the media. But what was interesting is something that came out into the media just recently is that a survey came out last month showing how many people engage and purchase in the crypto market. And about 16% of people in this particular survey said they had bought crypto currency or engaged with cryptocurrency as a investment tool. But that in response to a survey that was done in September of 2021, the same amount of people, same respondents, 16% of people had actually purchased cryptocurrency in that time span. So despite all of the hype, the media attention, there's a lot of talk around it. I know people in my circles talk about investing in crypto. It doesn't seem that all the marketing around that has changed the purchase or any of the kind of movement in cryptocurrency as an investment portfolio piece. There's a lot of marketing dollars being put towards the big crypto companies. Super Bowl ads were run in this past season to the tune of $6.5 million per 30-second spot. I'm sure everybody remembers that Matt Damon was in one of those spots. Larry David, the creator of Seinfeld, was in one, which, by the way, the Larry David spot was really funny. I think it's "Don't Be Like Larry" is what it was called. Pretty funny and pretty memorable. But even those huge Super Bowl spots that reaches millions of people didn't really move the needle for purchase, for adoption. So something to be said with some of that marketing dollars, even if you have those marketing dollars and there's some branding, there's some messaging inconsistencies, still doesn't lead to people purchasing the product. In fact, actually, Crypto.com it was in naming rights, was in negotiating the naming rights of the Staples Center to the tune of $700 million. So they have the money to put behind it. But there is a lot more that goes into just marketing from a tactical standpoint. There's a lot more that goes into, like I said, branding, brand strategy, and messaging that makes sure that whoever your target audience is going to purchase. Which brings me to a point. So some skeptics are talking about crypto doesn't have inherent value because it relies on new investors to pay out old investors, which sounds to me kind of like a Ponzi scheme. And I'm not here to criticize or judge kind of cryptocurrency. I got to be honest with you. I'm not an investor in cryptocurrency, and I'm not really involved in it as well. But I'm thinking from a marketing perspective, if people have a perception that it doesn't have inherent value, well, there's some perception issues there. So if people don't perceive that there's value or perceive there's a benefit, or they're skeptical that it's some kind of scheme. That perception is a detriment to any kind of marketing plan or marketing strategy or any marketing tactics that you employ.
Adam, it looks like we have our first question here from a viewer in Fort Collins. Do you think the same issue would affect other more established industries, or is this happening in the world of crypto simply because it's the new kid on the block?
Well, I think there's going to be something to be said for an industry that's really new. Like I keep talking about, skepticism and perception, and something that's really potentially a game changer in the world of not only investment, but currency. I think that there is a longer sales cycle for, marketing to really take hold, brand strategy to take hold, messaging to take hold, and more well-established industries. I mean, you could pick a wide variety of different ones, but more well-established industries, they've had the time to, gain the credibility, gain the trust, become, have a really good base of customers and clients that, reinforce buying decisions among each other. So right now it's still kind of like the Wild West. And so I don't think that it would affect more well-established industries, but That varies from industry to industry. It varies from product to product, silo to silo.
Adam, it looks like we have our next question from the audience here. Question comes local from Denver. Isn't the idea just to get people talking? Is it possible people here are just late adopters?
It's definitely possible. Any product or service has a honeymoon period where there's a lot of hype around it, and there's early adopters that will jump on any kind of trend, and especially in kind of an investment industry, to try to maximize their return. But yeah, so it could be that there's a lot of early adopters there, and a point of getting a lot of awareness around it and a lot of talk around it is good. I mean, it's definitely one of the challenges of marketing is driving that awareness and getting that awareness in front of the right audience. But again, like I said previously in some of this blog post or this kind of Encite Live is, we have all the awareness in the world of a product, but if there is some sort of perception that it's no good, it's a scheme or a scam, trust and credibility is key, and to help to drive people purchasing those kinds of products or services. So if you don't have that and there's that skepticism, no amount of marketing in the world is gonna help you drive that unless you're really talking and addressing some of those issues of why people are skeptical. So that may just be a message shift. So right now, if there's a lot of talk about it, but there may need to be a message shift to trying to address the skepticism within some of the retail consumers.
We got another question coming in here from New York City. What lessons can I learn from this mismanagement of marketing dollars?
I don't know that I would classify what crypto is doing as mismanagement. Marketing is always a hypothesis, execution, revision, evolution of those messages. So there's always something to be learned from a marketing campaign or marketing strategy. I think what is the bigger picture here is just the level of type of money that they're spending, right? So they spend millions of dollars. Most of our clients, small to medium-sized businesses, there is still a learning curve. There still is a revision. There still is a testing phase. But we typically don't have $700 million in naming rights to test that, right? So I don't know that it's mismanagement. I would think that it's very much a learning type of endeavor. And I know that if they start to improve some of their messaging, improve some of their narrative, I think they can switch that around and kind of address some of the skepticism they have. But I don't know that it would be mismanagement. I would say it's something that to be learned from and take as some market research, some very expensive market research, but research nonetheless. Okay, everybody. Thanks very much for tuning in for this week's Encite Live. I will be back next week with another enthralling and exciting subject. And then moving forward, we're going to have some new clients and customers and other people in other industries as our guests. So be tuning in and look out for those episodes. But coming to you from Denver, Colorado, it's Adam O'Leary with Encite Branding, Marketing, Creative. I'll see you guys next time.